Hello everyone, this is Dr.Syamala Devi from the Department of MBA International Business, Acharya Nagarjuna University. And today we are going to learn about bureaucratic theory of management, which is proposed by Max Weber. And we are going to study this theory, bureaucratic theory of management, under evolution of management thought. Okay, so under evolution of management thought, in previous classes we have learned about classical approach, neoclassical approach and modern approach. Under classical approach we have studied about scientific management theory, administrative theory, and now we are going to learn about bureaucratic theory. All these comes under one section, that is classical approach theory. Okay, so now coming to bureaucratic theory of management, which is propounded by Max Weber. This theory actually, bureaucracy is an approach that proposes a specific way to manage an organization. Okay, so how to manage an organization? There is a specific way. Okay, certain rules and regulations. What are those we have to follow? Okay, to manage an organization. For that, this theory is an approach. Okay, it proposes that the most appropriate way to run an organization is to structure it into a rigid hierarchy of individuals, okay, governed by strict rules and regulations. So if we want to say, see here, from here, okay, run an organization, okay, with strict rules and regulations, having a structure, rigid hierarchy, a proper structure, okay, and it should be governed by strict rules and regulations. Okay, so he had given certain characteristics like division of labor, formal written records, or else on basis of job appointments, operating procedures, impersonality. Likewise, certain features have been given by this person. Okay, so if we talk about Max Weber, means he is a German sociologist. Okay, he is German sociologist, historian, jurist, and political economist. Okay, so his full name is Maximilian Karl Emil Weber. He is widely considered one of the most influential thinkers in creating contemporary Western culture. Okay, so he is very most influential thinker. His theories and studies have significantly impacted social theory and practices. Okay, so even though Max Weber didn't think of himself as a sociologist, his contributions to the field are widely acknowledged for the society. Okay, so known for his theory of merging economic sociology and religion sociology, he highlights the significance of cultural influences embedded in religion as drivers driving capitalism. Okay, so this is about the Max Weber. Okay, so if you see here the theories regarding the writings of Max Weber, here he has multiple writings. Okay, multiple writings by Max Weber, like theory of economic and social organization, general economic history, Protestant ethic and spirit of capitalism. Okay, so these are many books that were written by him, Max Weber. Okay, and according to him, bureaucratic model, it is an organization that is highly formalized. These are features, highly formalized. That means formal organization structure will be there. Okay, and impersonal and organized. Okay, it states that bureaucratic organizations have evolved from the traditional structures due to different changes. So the leaders' rules and regulations from the traditional structures switch to the clearly defined set of rules and regulations which are for higher and lower levels in the company. See, previously we have studied in this scientific management classical approach that after industrial revolution, before that there were no specific principles or theories for management. The experiences of the managers are applied in the organizations. Okay, so those are known as the traditional structures that were followed at that time, and those traditional structures are followed here also, and they are switched. This traditional structure is switched to clearly defined set of rules and regulations. It is transformed to, traditional structure is now transformed to clearly defined set of rules and regulations. Okay, which are for higher and lower levels in the company. Okay, which are for higher and lower levels in the company. So the traditional organizations lacked authority. Okay, and the bureaucratic model has full accountability for the authority. So according to Max Weber management theory, all large organizations must use Weberian bureaucracy, which is nothing but Max Weber's bureaucracy. Okay, according to Max Weber's theory of bureaucracy, all corporate responsibilities must be delegated to the employees. Responsibilities delegated to employees. Competencies and functional specialities should serve as foundation for task division. Here he said that division of labor, specialization should be there, and he also advocated that for a more organized, rigid organizational structure, which is known as bureaucracy, should have impersonal, means impersonal. The person should the personal life shouldn't influence in the work. Okay, so impersonal perspectives of the companies should be based on a formal framework in which suitable management practices includes norms, formal lawful authority and competence. Okay, by this, if we are having rigid laws, formal lawful authority, competencies, norms, regulations, means this theory states that organizational efficiency and economic efficiency can be ensured by all these things. Okay, so it's a we can say that it is a terrific approach to show management and administration in the organization's power structure. A bureaucracy exhibits these characteristics like division of work, hierarchical structure, rigid rules, and lack of individuality. Okay, so we can say this is about the bureaucratic theory, just a summary of bureaucracy. Okay, if we see the core principles of Weber's theory, so what are the core principles means? First one is rules based management. Okay, rules based management. According to this theory, the company uses rigid rules to exercise control. Okay, so if there is no control, means the employees will not work, so control should be there. Hence the lower levels and the higher levels can work seamlessly without any issues. For example, when an employee is sick and cannot make it to work that day, he or she must call out to their direct supervisor and should inform about his illness or else sick. Otherwise, if he doesn't inform to his superior, means action will be taken. Okay, so those are the rules based management. Okay, or else an employee who fails to do inform to the superior may be subject to termination also. Okay, so that is the management by rules and regulations, rules based management. And the second one is the choice between up focused and in focused. Okay, so this is up focused and in focused is nothing but here within the management and outside the management. Within the organization and outside the organization. Up focused is related to the outside environment of the organization. See, any bureaucracy can go for up focused approach or in focused approach. So up focused approach is when organization represents the board, other institutions, stockholders, okay, motivating them. So these are the outside people, okay, outside in government institutions or else the suppliers, okay, customers, all are out focused people or up focused people. Okay, so up focused approach should be maintained, or else the in focused approach. Okay, so in focused approach is the goal of the organization. Okay, goal of the organization is to serve the company with and the internal factors will be the employees, okay, or else the people who are associated with the internal management, those comes under the internal factors are in focused approach. Okay, so the organization, for the growth of the organization, it should concentrate either on the focused or in focused approach. Okay, then employment oriented professional qualifications, which is nothing but a scientific approach should be there to hire the people in the organization. So all the selections in the Max Weber bureaucratic model are based on the skills and technical qualifications only. Okay, so hence no individual differences can affect this model. So the persons who are having skills, capable persons, qualifications, technical qualifications, okay, so those people only according to the job they will be taken. Okay, so that is employment oriented professional qualifications. Okay, so in order to do that particular job or work, those qualifications are needed, are required. Then impersonal treatment. Here, as I said before, impersonal treatment is nothing but here personal things should not be influenced at the workplace. Okay, so all the members of bureaucracy are handled based on the hierarchical relations. Okay, so here no personal relations will be maintained. Further, different clients are treated fairly without any individual differences. So clients, many clients will be there. Suppliers are also our clients, customers are also our clients. Okay, so different institutions will be there. Okay, so all those will be our clients only. We have to maintain relations in such a way that there is no difference between dealing with all these institutions. Okay, so that is impersonal treatment. And coming to functional specialist. Okay, all the work in bureaucracy is divided into functional specialists, means specialization, division of work should be there. The workers are divided into different groups depending upon their skills. Okay, skills possessed by them. Okay, then for example technical skills, if we need technical skills, means all the technical people, technical skilled workers will be headed under one IT. Okay, IT department. Okay, likewise depending upon their skills they will be, the groups will be formed. Okay, then after that means here if we see, these are all the principles. If at all an organization is there, if at all it follows this type of management structure, means it will be good for the organization, says Max Weber. Okay, and structured hierarchical model. Hierarchical structure will be there, means first top level, middle level, lower level. Okay, under lower level there will be supervisor, foreman, worker, likewise. So every higher authority governs the lower authority. Okay, in the bureaucracy means top to bottom communication will be there, means any communication should be started from top level, then it should be communicated to middle level, then it should be communicated to lower level. So the formal hierarchy is maintained by centralized decision making and central planning. So centralized decision making or centralized planning will be done at the top level management only. Okay, so if we see characteristics of the bureaucratic model, so any bureaucratic model must have high level of specialization. Okay, high level of specialization. This is nothing but division of labor. Okay, specialization should be there, skills should be there, to that profession, they should need they are required certain skills, specialized skills should be there. So specialization should be there in bureaucracy model. And at the same time, division of labor. Whenever there is division of labor, group of people will be formed into groups according to their skills and specializations. Okay, then this model was formal and impersonal. Formal and impersonal relationships. Okay, formal structure will be there only according to the top level, middle level, lower level. The chain of command will follow at likewise the organization structure. Okay, and impersonal, if you see, impersonal means here the rules are applied impersonally. Okay, and then for the selection and promotion in the bureaucratic professional credentials are the basic criteria. See, if we want to hire any person in our organization, means definitely there should be professional credentials, means their qualifications, abilities, skills, technical qualifications. Okay, all these should be taken into consideration, then only they have to be selected. Okay, so and if at all it is necessary, means training also should be given to those people. Okay, then the bureaucratic or legal authority is granted the relevance. Okay, so the higher authority will be the legal authority who grants the relevance. Then the bureaucratic model must follow continuity. Okay, continuity should be there, objectivity and rationality should be maintained. Okay, then a well-defined command chain must exist. Chain of command is nothing but from top to bottom level there is a chain of command, we all know, which is nothing but top level, middle level and lower level managements. Okay, and if we see, all the rules and regulations of bureaucratic model are well defined. Okay, defined rules and regulations will be there, then there will be no disturbances between the departments or between the individuals. They will perform their work according to the rules, according to the regulations, according to the work that have given to them. Okay, then further the employee privileges and duties should be indicated. At the same time, the organizations should mention about the employee privileges, with, for example, working conditions, working hours, okay, the infrastructure facilities, so all should be given to them. All these rules, regulations, privileges and duties range from bottom to the top of the businesses. Okay, so reasons for criticism of bureaucratic structure. Okay, so what are the criticism means? If you see, first thing, the rules are rigid. Okay, they cannot be changed. Once the rules are formed, they cannot be changed. So inflexible. So an excessive emphasis on these regulations, all these leads to, see, if there are very rigid rules we cannot change, means according to the external environment, according to the changes in the external environment, sometimes we need to change our rules and policies of the organizations. But if at all there are rigid rules, means we cannot change. So this is a criticism. And informal groups are marginalized despite their significant role in contemporary business organizations. Here, if you see in bureaucratic structure, formal groups only encouraged, informal groups are not encouraged. Informal groups are nothing but without having any criteria, without having top level or middle level or lower level, the persons depending upon their feelings, emotions, values, they will like each other and they will share their information regarding personal or office, anything. Okay, and depending upon their values, beliefs, customs or else anything, they may form informal groups without having any different levels of management. Okay, in middle level, a middle level manager and a lower level supervisor may have good relations. Okay, that is known as informal groups. If you see, formal group means, formal means it will be a structured group. According to the rules of the organization only groups will be formed. For example, division of labor, if we see, specialization means technical group, it will be formed according to the rules and regulations. But if you see in informal group, manager of a marketing department, for example, and lower level management supervisor, both may have a good cordial relationship. Okay, that are beyond their rules and regulations. Okay, personal relations may be have between them. Okay, likewise, and but informal groups are not here given encouragement. Bureaucracy typically involves excessive paperwork, okay, resulting in wastage of time, money and effort. Okay, excessive paperwork means, for example, just if any policy is on any policy, decision was taken by top level management. Okay, so that if you see in this bureaucratic structure from top level to bottom level, that communication need to be communicated to every person of the organization, every employee of the organization. For this, there will be a chain of command, which is nothing but from top level management, that document should be communicated to middle level, then from middle level to lower level. So this takes more time. At the same time, more paperwork will be involved, okay, resulting in the wastage of time, money and efforts. Okay, so that is another criticism. Then formal rules and procedures contribute to unnecessary delays in the decision making process. So we all know that by having these type of rules and regulations, okay, so there will be delay in taking decision making. Okay, so for example, on any policy, decision was going to be taken by the top level management, so it is communicated to middle level and lower level. Okay, then again from lower level to middle level to top level, the whatever the suggestions or else the thinking of the lower level people on that particular issue has to be communicated to the top level management through middle level management. Okay, so it takes some time, delay. Okay, so that is another criticism. Next one, while bureaucratic structures may be suitable for government organization, require quick decision making, okay, and procedural flexibility, making it less appropriate for the latter. So if we see, for example, in government organizations, it may businesses, okay, they require quick decisions. Okay, so if at all they want to follow the quick decisions means, but here if we see, due to rigid rules and regulations, chain of command, organizational structure, it will be, there will be delay, okay, in the taking of decision making. So likewise, flexibility is also, we cannot see, it is the rules and regulations are rigid, so we may not suggest this type of theory to the government organizations or else businesses. Okay, so this is another criticism. Despite the importance of an employee's technical qualifications for promotion, bureaucratic organizations often overlook consideration of commitment and dedication. Okay, so here this is another criticism. What is this means? Always bureaucratic theory is focusing on the qualifications, technical qualifications, okay, overlooking the commitment and dedication of that particular person. Not only having the qualifications, but at the same time, the person who want to work in the organization should be dedicated. Okay, but here we are missing that thing. Next, there is limited room for effective HRM. So as we said that more bureaucracy concentrates on the rules, regulations, formal structure, okay, formal communications, so on all these aspects only, but here it is missing human resource management. So those are very important. Here HR is very important for the organizations. Without HR, organizations cannot sustain, but here there is a very limited room for the HR. So this is another criticism. And coming to coordinating and communicating within the bureaucratic structure proved to be challenging. Yes, why? Because as I said before, if any policy, if they want to introduce, means first of all it should be communicated to all the employees of the organization. So there should be proper coordination and communication within the bureaucratic structure. But if we see in this bureaucracy, it is very challenging aspect. Okay, so these are all the reasons for criticism in bureaucratic structure. So finally we can say that bureaucracy means it is also known as bureaucratic management theory, and it has a strict hierarchy, clear rules and regulations. Okay, and also Weber think that this is the most efficient way to manage an organization, especially larger companies with many employees and tasks. Okay, so here finally we can say that characteristics of Weber theory means hierarchy will be there, rules and regulations will be there, impersonality, specialization, selection of employees, training, compensation, work environment. Okay, means it is professional. Work environment means it is professional and impersonal. Advancements, okay, advancements is nothing but it is based on the qualifications and achievements, and but not on personal commitments or personal connections. Okay, so this is about the bureaucratic structure or else bureaucratic theory of Max Weber. And in coming classes we will discuss about the neoclassical approach. Okay.